Hi guys. Hello my darling Cupid dolls. Ooh. Everything hurts. Oh God. And I'm cold. And I'm tired. But no amount of sleep will fix it. Sleep does not provide any form of reprieve. Sleep doesn't really even provide much rest. Because all I do when I sleep is dream about, I don't know. I dream about chaos, and then within all that chaos, there's still just one overwhelming feeling that also is perpetually there even when I'm awake. I don't want to be here existing. I'm tired. Like, damn, how fucked is that? That even in my dreams, I'm like, that's cool and all, but, ugh. God damn. My feet are tingling and it hurts. I'm tired. And I'm cold. And the same thoughts that plague me when I'm awake plague me in my dreams. So what the hell am I to do with all that, man? I'm disgusting. I don't even know the last time I bathed. I can't remember anymore. It's hard to find meaning in life when life is so entirely uninteresting. when you're unmotivated to even live it. When you don't even want to be here for it. And when one can't find meaning in life, how does one find something to stick around for? I've been going back and forth with myself, trying to find comfort in what is solid, what always follows the rules, what always does what it says it's going to do, the predictable. But even that comfort is very temporary. As I realize that anything I can come up with in that realm, someone else could just as easily come up with. Maybe years down the line, maybe centuries down the line. So I find myself wondering, why should I bother? Why should I take away from someone else's joy of discovery? Why should I enjoy that whenever I am not even capable of fully indulging in that enjoyment? When I'm not when I'm not capable of fully appreciating it. But all I'm thinking is, awesome. I still wish I didn't exist. I don't know. Ow. Just tired. Suppose that's what I always say. It's how I always deflect. It's easier to say. People don't worry as much whenever I say I'm just tired. I'm just tired means I want to go lay 6 feet in the dirt. That's what no one understands. How are you? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Weary to the bone. It all translates the same, at least for me. And now it seems that I cannot escape it, even in my dreams. My dreams have become the presentation of the messy chaos that my life is, with the giant overtones of, I am too tired to be here. Too tired to go through the motions. Too tired to keep playing along. And I think that that's something that I don't think I would wish upon my worst enemy. Not even for a few moments. Not even just to place them in my shoes. Because I realize that human memory is stupidly flawed and incredibly fleeting. I can place a person in my shoes exactly. They can feel my exact burdens and my exact pain for a set amount of time. But the moment they're out of those shoes, the moment they're not in that pain, it'll be forgotten. Trivialized even. Minimalized. Minimized. My bad. Wrong word. Simply because the human memory is flawed, we only think about the pain we're in now or the suffering we endure now, and we think of all past suffering as being lesser because it's not current suffering. So we minimize it. Pain in the rear view always feels lesser, which is why I know it would be absolutely fruitless to put anyone in my shoes for any temporary set amount of time. And it'd be far too cruel to place them in my shoes in any permanent setting. A pointless exercise, I've decided. I wake up every day and I'm angry and exhausted. Not angry at anyone, just angry that I exist. And exhausted with the chore that is continuing to do so. Exhausted of the expectation to continue. The pressure to keep moving forward. To keep trudging forward through all of it. I can cope with the pain. I can even cope with the exhaustion. The problem is that I struggle to cope with what it means for the rest of my life. I struggle to cope with the impact it has. I struggle to cope with the fact that it just makes me completely impotent to do really anything in my own life, it feels like. I can't recall the last time I bathed, nor the last time I even had the energy to do so, even though the urge has been overwhelming for an immeasurable amount of time. The same load of laundry has been sitting downstairs in the washer for weeks. Finally, it has gone through the wash, and finally it has gone through the dry. Now it sits in the dryer waiting for me to collect it. I lack the energy to bother. My body hurts beyond what words can actually convey. And that takes my energy too. The more energy my body takes from me, the less energy I have to manage everything else. So my autism feels worse. My everything else feels worse. because the energy is gone. I always have a perpetual migraine running in the background. That's the thing, no one ever knows that. It's always a level 5 migraine at the very least. Never anything lower. I can't remember what it's like to not have anything less than a level 5 migraine. My head always hurts. That's why I don't like the light. Sometimes the migraine will vary in the kind of spiciness it decides to throw my way, I guess. Sometimes it'll throw in some auras and static in my vision. Sometimes it'll completely take my vision out entirely. Sometimes it'll make my body feel funny, to where it too is involved in the pain in a strange and complex manner. But the perpetual one that I always have feels like it rests right behind my eyes, always feeling slightly fuzzy, always aching, sometimes feeling like an ice pick at random moments. Just to remind me that at any moment it can turn up the volume. At any moment it can shred me apart and have me curled up in fetal position on the floor begging God to die. For me to die, not God to die, just to clarify. Begging God to just take me out. I don't have energy anymore. I am just a corpse waiting. Really, that's all I am. That's all I've been. A living ghost, walking amongst living people, but never quite able to connect with them or interact with them in any real way. Always other, always excluded. Always haunting at the edges of the group, never fitting in. I'm tired, and my head hurts. I'm tired of taking pills every day, having my entire daily regimen entirely dictated on a medication routine. I'm tired of trudging to classes that I hate and that don't fulfill me. I'm tired of feeling like I'm pursuing a meaningless everything, that all of this is just a waste, that none of it will actually feel meaningful or be enough to actually make any of this feel worth it. Any of this holding on. I'm just exhausted And I don't know. I don't know if my contributions are of any importance anymore to even continue pursuing. Is my life's work worth trudging through hell for? That's what I need to know. I don't know. A nap sounds really good right now, though. Who knows, maybe I'll dream of something more pleasant this time. Or maybe I won't. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I know my sister's coming to get me soon for an appointment that we have got, so yay. I'm so fucking tired. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves.